Hello everyone. In this question we are going to be solving a Ferris wheel problem. So as you can see, there is a wheel and it is above the ground about 2 meters. So let's read the question. Let K be a point on the ground here and H be a point on the wheel, it is here. The wheel starts with H at the lowest point of the wheel, about 2 meters from the ground level. The wheel rotates in an anti-clockwise, meaning counterclockwise direction with a constant acceleration. So 4 revolutions take 144 minutes. Revolutions means in rotation. And write down the height of H from the ground level after 18 minutes. When 18 minutes pass, what will be the height from the ground level? If we think as a point in the wheel, for H of course. So after 18 minutes, where will it be and what will its height be? And after 822 seconds. Then we are asked to fill in the chart by writing the values for each minute until the 7th minute. Let ht in meters be the height of k above the ground level after 10 minutes. I wrote all of these. We will just be solving one or two examples and the others are just same. We will create an equation which h expresses as a function of t. H is the height and t is for time, and find h12 in the 12th minute and calculate its vertical distance from the center point of the wheel. Then we will be asked to sketch a graph, etc. So let's start by first defining its velocity. Let's select the color. So let's look at the informations in detail. The most important one: 4 revolutions take 144 minutes. So 4 revolutions equals 144 minutes, right? And 1 revolution therefore takes 36 minutes, sorry. And we're asked in 18 minutes what will be the height. It's very simple. 18 minutes, it will get harder, trust me. 0.5 revolutions, meaning that it will come to the top, right? Just here. So it will be 150 plus the diameter plus 2 meters. It will be 152 meters from the ground. What about after 822 seconds? So it's easy. For 1 revolution, how many seconds is it? Let's calculate from our calculator. 36 times 60 equals 2160 seconds. And 822 seconds, what will it be? 822 divided by 2160, it is 0.38 revolution. So as you can see in here, it is pretty difficult for us to calculate the height if we get a value like this. So what do we have to do? It's not that difficult. We have to think. We have to first create an equation. So in a trigonometric function, especially in differential problems, there is an equation like this: y equals a sine parentheses b times x minus c plus d. Okay, so for our a is our amplitude. Okay, let's make it a little thinner, a different color, green. So A is our amplitude. In here, let's draw the question again, like this, here. So this part, as we said, here is 2 meters, and this part from the ground is 152 meters, right? So for A equals our maximum height minus our minimum over 2, okay? So it equals to 152 minus 2 over 2. That equals to 75 meters, okay? And for B has to do with timing, has to do with timing. So what do I mean by that? B equals 2 pi over period for 1 revolution. So in here, in this example, we found that it was 36 minutes, if I'm not wrong, 36 minutes, okay? And we can write that like this, pi over 18 minutes. And for D equals maximum point plus minimum over 2. That equals to 152 plus 2 over 2, which means 72 meters, okay? So if we make a graph about the information that has given to us, okay? Just a little bit. Let's make it like this, okay? Again, like this. And let's write the values in here, right? For example, as I said, our revolutions, 1 revolution took 36 minutes, right? And that is a sphere. So if we divide it by 4, divide it by 4 like this, 0, 9, 18, 27, and 36, right? So let's write our values in here. 9, 18, 27, and 36. And what about so this part here is for timing, t in minutes. This part here, h in height, meters. Okay. So our minimum point was 0, and we started by 2 meters, right? And after that, our amplitude, we will calculate in just a minute, on 152 meters, okay? So what does amplitude mean? Let's write it in here. Amplitude means the distance from midline to the maximum. It's the distance from midline the max, or it can be to the max, or it can be from minimum to the midline. Doesn't matter. So let's sketch our graph. It comes like this, goes like that, and 18 it reaches the top, it goes again like this, right? So in 9 it is here, 18 it is here, 27 it is here. Our amplitude is in here like this, okay? So does this resemble you something? If you look at the graph of cosine, let's remember it, for cosine, it was like this. You can see the wheel, right? And if you notice, this right here, let's use this right here is actually the opposite, the reverse version, the reflection of cosine. So therefore, I will take the value for a in negative. So as we said, y equals a times cosine times b x over c plus d, right? There will be no horizontal shift, which means that c will be equal to 0, okay? There will be just a vertical shift. So because of the here we are lifted 77 meters compared to this one. Our midline is not x-axis, it is above 77 meters. So we will add plus 77 for d. It will just come to that in a minute. So let's write our equation. And for h in t equals to minus 75 cosine, our velocity was pi over 18, t minus 0 plus 77, because we are lifted upwards for about 77 meters. So this is our equation, right? Let's go back and look at this one in 822 seconds. Okay, so our equation is 4 minutes, right? So in 822 seconds, how many minutes does it mean? Let's write it here. 822 seconds equals to how many minutes? Easy peasy. We will just divide it to 60. 822 seconds divided to 60. It is 13.7. And if we put 13.7 in here, we will just get the answer. Minus 75 cosine pi over 18 for t, it is 13.7, we can do it like this, plus 77. So let's calculate it. 75 times cosine, instead of writing 3.14, please write pi. Find it from your calculator, press second and the button there. Pi times 13.7 over 18 77. The answer is 22.14. Okay, so our h in 13.7 equals to 22.14 meters. So we will do the same for all of it. In here we will put we will again be writing in minutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th, 6th minute. You will get these answers hopefully. And find the height for 12 and calculate its vertical distance from the center point of the wheel. This question is really good. So let's put 12. For 12 minus 75 cosine 5 times 12 over 18 plus 77. Let's calculate it. 75 times cosine 5 times 12 divided to 18 and this equals to 114.5 meters. But it is from where? From the ground. So we will be asked to, what is the vertical distance from the center point of the wheel? Vertical distance. Let's draw our question here. Just small like this. And it's 2 meters from here. So we found a point around, I guess, here. It is 114.5 meters, right? And this right here is the center. It is 75 meters and 75 meters. So I'm asking, what is the distance from here to here? What is the vertical distance? So it is easy. Actually, 114 is here. It's far more here. So I'm asking the distance between this part. So let's write it. The distance from the center, right? 114.5 minus 77 equals 37.5. Okay, so this part here equals to 37.5 meters. So the distance from this point to this point is 37.5 meters. And later that, given that, sketch the graph for, we already made a sketch, and we created our function as well. So this is the end of the question. We solved all of it. I hope you liked it. You have to be careful about the information that has been given to you, and you have to be familiar with the functions of cosine or sine, its vertical form, if it's lifted or not, and especially this equation is very important when it comes to solving trigonometric functions. Thank you for listening. See you in next video.